And howdy do, y'all. Oh, here's one I hadn't had before. It's Two Brothers Brewing Sidekick Extra Pale Ale, 5.1%, 36.1 IBUs. It's on the can. I was reading from the can. How about that? Anyways, I digress. I tell you on the website, golden colored. Yeah, I'd say very light gold. I was when I said golden colored, I was expecting a deeper, darker golden than it is. Excuse me, man, I was having an allergy attack. I just had to take an extra allergy pill. I was expecting a deeper gold. This is very light to me. I'm not sure if I'd even go full golden for that color. I tell you, it's loaded with juicy citrus and passion fruit. The aromas are pleasant. You do get a lot of that citrus, a lot of tropical fruit aromas, passion fruit. They call this an extra pale, and at 5.1 it certainly doesn't fall in that session beer category, but the body on it, the flavors, it feels a lot like a lot of the so-called session IPAs are out there. I'm not saying this is one of them. I'm saying it certainly feels like some of those other beers. Although there's maybe a tad more malt here going on, but not much. It's not quite as one-dimensional, I guess. I guess I'll have to take that back. But I think it's in that same ballpark. I mean, I don't know if that's really should be a true category session IPA. Seems like they're reaching, but they're very popular nonetheless. This extra pale, it kind of gives you what you want, though. 5.1 is not a lot of alcohol for me. It's certainly a sessionable beer, if not a true session. I'm gonna call it anyway, because yeah, I mean, it's perfect for the weather we've got here. We've got probably a mid 80 degree day. It's about 85-ish, I would say. This kind of beer that I would certainly take to a barbecue, picnic, etc. Float trip, especially because it's in a can. It certainly works in that capacity. Again, not a lot of alcohol, more than say a 4% session. But I don't think 5.1% takes it above a sessionable beer for me anyway. It's kind of growing on me. I wasn't sure at first, but yeah, it is pleasant. I don't know if it's going to make you forget anything else, but it's certainly one you could drink a lot of and drink very easily. It is enjoyable for sure. And I did have this rather cold because it is a hot day. And now that I'm kind of about halfway through the beer, I suppose, I am getting even bigger citrus aromas. I'm getting more of those tropical fruit notes. I'm getting a whole lot of, I think, what they're describing as passion fruit. I don't sit and eat a bowl of passion fruit, so what do I know? I'm just... there's aromas that I'm getting, I assume, is what they're equating to passion fruit. How about that? It is enjoyable, though. Actually, yeah. The more I kind of go through this, the more I'm kind of liking it. Actually, I'm getting a hint of apricot early on. That kind of breaks into that hard citrus. Touch of tangerine, maybe. A lot of this, tropical fruit. I'm getting some passion fruit and possibly some mango in there. It's a very fruity, very light, very easy drinking beer. Yeah, I mean, it does. Yeah, I wasn't sure at first, but I gotta say I really like it the more I'm drinking the thing. What this has for me, even though it's a little more in ABV at 5.1, what I find about this more enjoyable than most of the so-called session IPAs is that it has some substance. I think a lot of those session IPAs tend to get very one-dimensional. There's not enough malt to hold it all together. And this one is balanced perfectly. It's not very malty. It's not a big beer by any means. But there's just enough to keep all those other things from getting out of hand and overwhelming your palate all at once. So hey, I'm Tom the Beer Whisperer, and I'll talk to you later.